Hey guys, Steve here, Got Beautiful. Today I'm gonna do a short video. As you guys know, we processed our second batch of meat chicks. They've been on ice water for a few days now. It's time to bag them, but before we do, I want to put together a PVC drying rack. I've seen a few ideas online, and I've got an idea in my head about how I want to put one together. It should be really simple. I just want to show you guys an option of one way to do it. There's 1,000 out there, but the idea is that you need a place to dry the chickens, to hang them so that the water can drip off of them before you put them in the shrink bags, because the more water that's in the bag, the more prone they are to freezer burn and things like that. So that's why we're doing that today. I'm going to show you guys the process. You can see we've got a few supplies here. I'll talk about those. Matter of fact, I'll do that real quick. So we just use your regular, this is Christie's Red Hot Blue Glue from our local Lowe's is what I like to use. I got a rigid PVC, I think it's called a reamer, I'm not positive, but you know, it smooths out the edges of the PVC after you cut it. Man, this thing's a lifesaver. I used to use like a little hand file. I used to do the old school with like a hacksaw and a hand file to bevel or smooth out the edges of PVC and put them together. Man, this really takes the work out of it. So I got one of these. I've got a bigger one too for the larger diameter pipes, and then a PVC cutter. Again, man, this is a lifesaver.
That's more of a lifesaver.
Yeah, it cuts through pipe like butter, and I'll put the links for these down below. I think I can find them for you guys. But yeah, if you do any kind of PVC work, man, this makes it so much easier than doing it the old school way, and you get a lot cleaner cuts out of it too. So we'll be back in just a minute. All right, guys. So I've got some.
Sorry.
That's all right. All right, guys. So I've got some PVC here. Like I said, I'm using 3/4 inch pipe. Something I already had, and I already had a lot of the fittings already, so I didn't have to buy a whole lot. So what I'm gonna do is the parts that the chicken are gonna dry on, I measured a chicken, stupid as it sounds. I measured the dimensions of the chicken. So a large bird is about 9.5 inches tall. So these don't have to be any taller than that. They could even be shorter. The chicken would still stand on it. Some people actually use, I've heard beer bottles, some kind of glass bottle that's full. You can put set a chicken on it and let it dry for a little bit. I think this is going to be an easier method, and we're going to be able to do 5 with this one. So anyway, I'm going to do about 10 inches roughly. So I'm just going to measure out, and I'm going to cut several 10-inch sections of this PVC. I'm not looking for exact here, guys. This is a chicken dryer. Real quick, guys, for those of you who have never used one of these, it's a little simple ratcheting mechanism, and watch how easy it cuts. You just find your cut point, and you just ratchet. You can see this is one hand. I'm not putting a lot of effort on it. And that's how, of course, I cut it crooked, but look how clean that is, guys. That's pretty good. It's a good tool. So what we got is 13 10-inch pieces of 3/4 inch PVC here. We've got 5 caps. I cut 2 little pieces that are roughly about 3 inches long. I'll show you why in a minute. And we've got quite a few of these tees here, and we're probably going to use about 7 of these 3/4 inch tees. That should be it. And so what we're going to do is some of this I'm going to glue, some of it I'm going to leave it unglued so that it can be torn down, so we don't have to store some big rack, you know. I want to show you guys real quick how this thing works. If you've never seen one before, it's pretty simple. It's got one side here for a female end, one side here for the male end of a pipe, and you just twist it. You can twist it back and forth like this. It works just fine, or you can just twist it in the same direction. It works fine either way. And this is just a couple of twists, and you can see it on the video. Nice and beveled. This is what our uprights are going to look like, guys. Like I said, 10-inch piece of PVC. You could have gone probably as low as 6 inches and be comfortable, but we wanted to make it a decent size. So 10 inches of PVC cap, and a T-fitting on the end. So these we're going to glue. The rest of this we're just going to stick together. That way we can tear it all down and put it up neatly in a box or something like that for safety. I've got all of the uprights, the parts that the chicken's actually going to be on, and glued together. I'm letting them dry just a little bit, but this is pretty fast setting glue, and so we're going to start piecing this together. So the first thing I'm going to do is the ends. Probably don't need to be this long, but I thought, well, if I just cut everything 10 inches, I can trim it out later if it's too long. So that's one leg. Alright guys, so a couple of things I want to point out. I literally built this while I was doing this video. I just had an idea in my head all based on some that I'd seen online. And so I thought 10 inches would be a good measurement, and it is, but you could definitely condense this for just 5. These are 10-inch pieces. It could easily be anywhere between 6 to 8 inches, and you still have enough room. I like it to be a little bit more spread out, but if you wanted a smaller footprint, you could go easily with as low as 6 inches on these PVC pipes here. I would definitely still go taller on this, just so that your chicken has plenty of room here without touching the ground or the table or anything like that. And of course, we bleach everything down. We're going to clean this really well, and we're going to bleach it and the table that we dry them on. But I still don't like them to touch the table as much as possible, right? Just we want to keep things as sanitary as can be. So that's it, guys. All these bottom pieces are not glued together, just these risers, and that way we can manhandle these and we can yank everything and pull it apart. All this will condense down into a really small area. We can keep this in a box in the shop somewhere for when we need this next time. So I think it's going to work out good for us. What do you think?
Yeah, I really think so. It feels awesome. Sorry I had to step away from it, but yeah.
Yeah,
awesome.
That's all right, beautiful. All right. Yeah, no it doesn't. It's hot out here, man. Sorry guys, Devin's talking about how good it feels. Mason, I forgot one of my children's names, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry, buddy.
That look.
Yeah. Mason said it feels good. Maybe it's because we're underneath here and the wind's blocking, hot. But it's hot right here. It's muggy. And we got a storm rolling in.
It was sprinkling a second ago.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, suggestions on how to make this better but portable, put the comments down below. I'd love to hear them. Love you guys, and we'll see you on the next video.